Turned into the Cincinnati campus is Nippert Stadium. The two-time defending Big East champs have won 14 straight here. Now South Florida comes to take this road test. Bulls coach Skip Holtz is looking for a big win.
Have some fun tonight, would you? Have some fun tonight. Touchdown. You ready? You ready? Get after it tonight. Have a good time. Enjoy it. This is what it's all about right here. This Friday Night Live. This old school.
We welcome you to ESPN's College Football Primetime. The Cincinnati Bearcats back in their comfort zone, a Big East game at home. They haven't lost a conference game in 2 years. Tonight they made up with a USF team looking for their first Big East win of the season. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore as the fireworks go off, joined by my partner, Rod Gilmore. You know, we've seen fireworks in recent years from Cincinnati, and a week now into their Big East season, Rod, and it appears that they're back to being the offensive power that we once knew. They have many talented playmakers.
You know, it was just a matter of time. You knew it was going to happen. It finally seems like they found their rhythm. They are just flat out flowing right now. How about quarterback Collaros? He's just finally gotten comfortable with this new system, a new coaching staff, and he's hitting on all cylinders. 5 touchdown passes last week. Isaiah Pead becoming a star running back, and Armand Benz, an outstanding receiver, and he's starting to showboat a little bit too. 3 touchdown catches last week.
Now, as for USF, they're 0-2 in Big East play, but defensively they're getting some spirited efforts, and they're very fast on that side of the ball.
Yeah, and they need that because that's really the strong point of this team. It is their defense. They've kept them in ball games. They've been outstanding, incredibly fast out there. Mr. Raymond, a great corner, not getting a lot of attention, got a great matchup with Benz tonight. We'll see him and his speedy teammates try to shut down this offense.
And welcome back to Cincinnati. Well, this game has been declared as their annual Ring of Red. Bearcats and their fans dressed in red as they fill up historic Nippert Stadium. First year Cincy coach Butch Jones. Early on this year, he had to juggle his depth chart. Team was greatly affected by injuries. Now a bit healthier, and he's getting the results that he was looking for. Last year, Skip Holtz interviewed to be the head coach here at Cincinnati. Instead, he ended up at South Florida, a job he's very excited about. Jake Rogers to kick. Shields and Lamar back deep. And Lamar bobbles it and then gets it at the 10 and gets across the 20 before he's forced out near the 25. So USF's B.J. Daniels, 10 interceptions on the year. Offensive coordinator Todd Fitch says his bad mistakes happen when he's on the move. Those are the areas that they're working on with him, Rod. In fact, 6 of his interceptions he threw when he was scrambling.
Yeah, scrambling, getting out of the pocket, trying to do a little bit too much. He's working with a young receiving core, trying to take things on himself, and they're trying to get him to pull back in, stay with the play, and not freelance as much.
Here's Mo Plancher. Good blocks in front. Flag comes in as Plancher is able to get out to the 33-yard line. We'll wait for the call. The tackle by J.K. Sheffer and Chris Williams.
Number 63 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, look at that South Florida offense. Jamar Bass had that penalty against him, Rod. He's the starting left tackle.
Well, you see Plancher there in his 6th year, finally the featured back after a couple of knee injuries kept him on the shelf for a couple seasons. And that offensive line really, really strong up front. Jacob Sims said no to Cincinnati a few years ago, walked on at South Florida instead of accepting a scholarship, and says he puts it all on the offensive line, that they have to get it going for the South Florida offense.
Sims, who you mentioned, a Big East All-Academic. Play action. Daniels with time, and they fight for the ball. It falls incomplete, but Drew Fry had coverage on Evan Landy.
Yeah, Drew Fry really drove on that ball. Long out pattern, he got underneath it, Saw the ball come off of B.J. Daniels' hands. He's underneath coverage. Now watch him just flat out sprint there. Knows exactly where Landy's going to be and gets to the ball. That's a great play.
Drew Fry, a sophomore, but he's been in the program for 4 years. He had 2 major injuries that cost him 2 years of playing time. So out of the gun now in 2nd and 20. And he sets up the screen, and Lindsey Lamar out to the 23, and Schaefer and Stewart found him there.
Hey, Tess, this is a young Cincinnati defense. 8 sophomores will play. Brandon Mills, one of the smallest defensive linemen you will ever see. Only about 5'9", 5'10", 240 pounds or so. Walter Stewart, great pass rushing linebacker. He'll put his hand on the ground and come inside. Young secondary. Chris Williams got his first start last week. Steps in again this week for Wes Richardson.
Well, this offensive struggle now face a 3rd and 12 on their opening drive. Daniels, pressure came up the middle, and he just chucks it out of bounds. The pressure came from that undersized end you mentioned, Brandon Mills.
You're used to seeing guys that are 6'2", 6'3", 265, 270. He's nowhere near that, about 5'10", 235. Good leverage, though. Plays with a real good low pad level.
Justin Brockhouse-Kahn to kick to DJ Woods. Takes a USF bounce and lingers down there before it settles in at the 25. Collaros to pass off the hands of his talented running back Isaiah Pead.
There you see Zach Collaros, a little bit bigger than he was last season, 216 pounds now, 6'1" junior. Made his debut last year against South Florida when Tony Pike was injured. And last week he probably had his best game of his career with 5 touchdown passes against Louisville.
Here's Pead. Tries to spin into the middle of that USF defense out across the 30. McLean with the tackle.
Well, the rest of that Cincinnati offense in the backfield, Isaiah Pead, an emerging star. His 3rd straight 100-yard game last week. Doing a great job. DJ Woods returned also. This offensive line has been shifted around a lot. Samuel Griffin on the left side doing a nice job of that tackle spot.
Go! Come on!
Collaros on 3rd and 5. And able to get the first down as he connects out across the 43 to Marcus Barnett.
That South Florida defense, the good defense we've talked about up front. Craig Marshall, great pass rusher, picked up where George Selvey left off for them. Linebacking core. D.D. Lattimore, freshman, had 11 tackles last week, really stepping up. And you see Raymond in the secondary along with Legist, who's a blitzing defensive back.
First series I struggled at
Woods in motion, but Pead gets the call. And Pead is wrapped up by Corey Grissom. Sam Barrington also getting his hands around Isaiah Pead. Collaros showed you that big effort last week. Recruited as a baseball player out of high school as well. Rod, he's a natural athlete.
No longer a baseball player. Had to give that up once he became the quarterback after Tony Pike graduated.
Pead again. Cuts back to the 35. D.D. Lattimore was there to find him. He had 11 tackles last week against West Virginia.
You know, we talked to Collaros yesterday, and he was all about talking about his high school. A lot of faith and confidence in his high school. Follows them. He was 30-0.
Steubenville High.
Yeah, 30-0 there.
Well, they take pride in their high school programs here in Ohio. Now facing a 3rd and 5. And connects with Woods, and here goes DJ Woods. And Woods inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Legis caught up to him, but you see that quick burst by DJ Woods, a 29-yard pitch and catch.
Well, mismatch. DJ Woods coming across the field, runs right away from Lattimore. And Lattimore, although he's a very fast linebacker, that's a mismatch.
So 1st and goal for Cincy. Pead. Nothing doing at the 5. Barrington, the first to meet him. He was joined by Patrick Hampton on that defensive end spot.
Did you see how long Collaros held on to that ball?
He was thinking about it, wasn't
he? He wanted to pull it out for a moment, it seemed. He rode entirely all the way and took it out at the last minute before letting Pead have it.
Collaros trying to set up the screen. Instead, he is chased down all the way back past the 18-yard line. Jaqueen Williams. Good pursuit that time by USF's defense.
This is a fast defense, and Collaros probably thought he had a bit more time than he did. Look at the speed coming at him from all angles. Being chased from behind by Giddens, and finally chased down by Williams.
So on 2nd and goal, a 15-yard loss. Came up just short of that line of scrimmage before dumping it off to his tight end, Ben Guduli. So that'll make for a 4th and goal, and what a costly tackle for loss that was.
Yeah, you try to remind your quarterbacks that in the red zone, inside the 20, there will be pressure, and you can't take sacks. You have to throw the ball away. You have to get rid of it quickly.
So on comes Jake Rogers, 5 of 7 on the year, this from 26. And he's able to put that through. So Cincinnati strikes first here. Big East action underway between the Bulls and Bearcats. This is the USS Nightmare on the Ohio River. Rod, it was selected by Haunt World magazine as one of America's top 13 haunts.
I believe that. You're not getting me over there.
Now, I'm not one for this kind of stuff.
Oh, no.
Guys on the crew said, though, it's a great scene over there, the USS Nightmare.
Chill out and hang around for a while.
Yeah, real rats in there?
I'm just glad those aren't real people in there. Ouch.
There is Lucy the Bearcat. As the real Bearcats are up a field goal here. They have won their last 4 games in this series against USF. Of course, Cincy has won 14 straight games here at Nippert. Lindsey Lamar loses control of the ball for a moment, and poor field position for the Bulls. Demetrius Murray now in at running back for the Bulls. John Hughes was quick to find him. Murray's been limited over the last 3 games, had an ankle injury. They hope that he's back to full speed now.
Well, they need him. B.J. Daniels needs that kind of help. I thought it was interesting that Zach Collaros told us yesterday that he talks to B.J. Daniels. They call each other every week.
They've established a relationship.
Yeah. He's trying to help him work through some of these tough games he's had.
Told you the turnovers have been a big problem for Daniels. Once again, Murray. And Murray catches a seam and has a first down for the Bulls. Good block by Chaz Hine, the right guard.
Well, this offensive line is really, really good. Chad Hines does a nice job at the right guard spot. Jacob Sims right next to him. And Sims, before the game, he said, look, we got to get it done. Look at Hines come across with that nice block. Number 79 right in your screen there. And he's right. This offensive line is good enough to get the running game going.
And young defense now trying to D up and stop a 3rd and 3. Horns and Farron Horns, another slot receiver playing in the backfield out to midfield.
Well, that's what they do well. A lot of speedy backs, a lot of skill guys with great speed. The passing game has been struggling, so they've gone to the running attack. A lot of different ways to do it. Option football, power football. Here, Farron's on the option to the outside to get something going.
They'll take anything they can get the way the past couple weeks have gone offensively.
No doubt.
Murray now flanking Daniels. And it's a reverse to Bogan. Dontavia Bogan with a blocker in front. So South Florida finding some consistency on this drive of getting their fast players to the outside. Back-to-back 18-yard runs for the Bulls. Daniels to Lamar. And Lamar turns on the speed and is forced out. And another first down for USF. He's able to get it down inside the 19-yard line.
Oh, you said it about Lamar turning on the speed. He's run a 4.340.
That's excuse me speed.
Yeah, that's, you're not getting anywhere near me speed. 10.3 in the 100 meters.
And you get him out into space. He makes that decision and turn it on. Watch out. Now he's to the slot on the top. Murray. Daniels, excuse me, to the 10. Derek Wolfe able to corral him. But good gainers play after play now for USF.
Well, they've done things to make B.J. Daniels comfortable. A lot of things he did last year. Run the read option, throw the quick screen. Those are things that he's very, very comfortable with and has a lot of experience doing. And you can see the confidence in the way he's moving out there.
Murray. And he's wrapped up just past that line of scrimmage by Stewart and Richardson. Good drive for South Florida. The running game in gear. We'll come back and see if they can punch it in. End of one. Alongside Rod Gilmore, I'm Joe Tessitore, and that guy has not seen the magic with his offense the past few games. They've gone 2 straight games as USF without an offensive touchdown, but that could change right here. An 11-play drive that's gone 78 yards.
Yeah, they found a little magic in the running game. Only 1 pass on this drive.
Daniels gets it back to Lamar. Still on his feet somehow and inside the 5-yard line before J.K. Schaefer finally corralled him. Brandon Mills, he was able to shake free of that effort by the defensive end.
And they have been careful with Daniels, giving him things he's comfortable with, screen passes. That's the second one we've seen in a strong running game.
3rd and goal now. Daniels on his own into the end zone, so the drought is over. They scored only 6 points against West Virginia, 9 against Syracuse, and finally, after 2 straight games, they do get an offensive touchdown here against Cincinnati.
Well, you can't say enough about getting him comfortable. Look at the confidence in which he runs that ball into the end zone, practically prancing into the end zone like he was last season. Good running game, couple of quick passes, and that's the B.J. Daniels we saw last season.
Bonani adds the extra point. A 13-play drive capped by Daniels' touchdown run. DJ Woods from the 4. He is taken down. A flag comes in late at the 17-yard line is Woods. Sanchez made the tackle for USF.
During the return, holding, number 25 in the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So Cincinnati back on offense with Collaros and Pead in the backfield. Here is Isaiah Pead. And USF able to just string that along, and it'll go for a loss of a few.
Well, you know, that's what you do when you have a fast defense. You try and push everything outside because you know you are fast enough inside to run everything down. And their linebackers are really, really fast.
Are they ever? When we were talking to their defensive coordinator, Mark Snyder, he said the fastest group of linebackers I've ever had. And he coached at Ohio State.
Yeah, he had A.J. Hawk.
Running out of options and forced out at the 3-yard line. Tremendous pursuit by USF. Well, Terrell McClain and Ryan Gittens were getting after Zach Collaros.
Yeah, Zach Collaros has got to get up to speed, and the speed is coming. You cannot hold the ball. He has to understand that he's playing a different kind of team tonight, a team that has great speed, and he cannot hold that football.
You know what's interesting, Rod? We heard from Skip Holtz as to how good his defense has been throughout these struggles early on in Big East play. They finally get some support from their offense, and you can see how fired up they were on that subsequent series.
They played great against West Virginia last week.
Patrick O'Donnell. And Sitton from the 43. Looking for blocks. And taken down at the 31, Johnny Sitton. So USF will have good field position when we return to Cincinnati. Stay with us. Now they start from the 31. Play action. Daniels goes downfield and connects for the touchdown. Evan Landy. 31-yard touchdown pass. Daniels to Landy. B.J. Daniels, who had hit choppy water early on this season, finding the going smooth here at Cincinnati. Maikon Bonani with the extra point. And a Cincinnati team that really was just lingering the first 2 games of Big East play on offense. Now finds 2 quick touchdowns here in the second quarter.
Tess, let's take a look at what he does here. Lindy will go all the way through here across the field, and that's going to open up because of the great play action fake. Now take a look here. Your safety is out of position because of the play action the other way. And that makes it easy for Landy to get clear in the backfield. You talk about a quarterback who is now feeling it and is confident. They did it the right way. They ran it. They let him have screen passes. They got him comfortable. And now they let him throw a deep ball.
Now Woods will just take a knee on 3rd and 10. And they're able to pick up the first down with Barnett. And Barnett is out to the 36-yard line.
Just watch the end of this. Watch Barnett and the great catch. Ball thrown to the inside, and he was coming back to the outside. That's great athleticism. to get back out there, stretch up and pull that one in.
17 yards on 3rd and 10 for Barnett. Quickly get it to Pead, and he gets out into space to the 43-yard line where Barrington upended him along with Quentin Washington.
Well, right now this defense is playing great, and they've taken away the two big threats on the outside, DJ Woods and Armand Binns. They've really not been a factor yet.
Quick to the line is Collaros. And quickly gets it out to Woods, and Woods has the first down, has a block from a downfield receiver, and a good gainer to the 35-yard line as Burnett gave him a helping hand, setting up the block. A 21-yard gain from Woods. Here's Woods again. And this time he is ridden down at the 32 by Skinny Raymond. Also see Williams in the mix there.
You know, you still hear people around town talking about Brian Kelly having left this program, gone to Notre Dame. They're happy Butch Johnson is here with his pedigree with Kelly, but Butch Jones. But people are still a little frustrated that Brian Kelly left.
Collaros, Barnett, first down. Boy, they were playing some soft coverage, and Barnett took advantage. The senior from Maryland, who started his career as a freshman All-American when he had 14 touchdowns back in 07, playing a role here on this drive.
Yep. They've got a nice receiving corps. Barnett, DJ Woods, Binns, all are big players.
Collaros on first down, and he just worm burns that to Armand Binns. And keep in mind, Rod, they were supposed to have Vidal Hazelton.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Hazelton will recover from that knee injury he had. Supposedly he's making a miraculous recovery and has a shot to get back this season.
That's stunning to even think that he could come back from big knee injury and surgery. He's the transfer from USC. Collaros to the end zone. He was trying to find a streaking Marcus Burnett.
Barnett is getting a lot of attention because most of the coverage is focused on Armand Binns, the big-time receiver we told you about at the beginning of the game, and he's getting a lot of attention in that secondary, and Collaros is making the right adjustment and working Barnett.
Here's your 3rd and 10. Airs it up again, and a touchdown, Armand Binns. 20-yard touchdown catch for Binns. And he stays red hot on Friday nights.
Oh, he had a one-on-one situation with Washington in press coverage right at the line of scrimmage, and he got off the line of scrimmage easily, and that was the difference.
3 touchdown catches a week ago against Louisville. His first catch tonight goes for a touchdown. And Rodgers adds the extra point. Here's a guy that you know is probably going to show up on your fantasy list down the road, Armand Binns. 3 touchdowns last week, and his first catch tonight, a 20-yard touchdown that cuts the lead to 4 here for Cincinnati. Rodgers to kick to Lindsey Lamar. Lamar from the 2. Looking for a block in front. Lindsey Lamar cuts back. Ball comes loose. Are they going to rule him down? It appears they will at the 35-yard line. Obadiah Cheatham was on top of Lamar. Let's take a look here.
I think his right knee goes down. Yep, right knee is down, and then the ball comes out afterwards. Good call by the officiating crew.
Knee was down, and it looked like the ball was kicked by a fellow Bull who was running in front of him. Watch that. Indeed it was. Pressure off the edge. They pick it up, and he gets it out to the fullback. And Kevin Guidry, the senior tight end, H-back position player, with a good gainer and a first down for the Bulls, a gain of 14.
You know, we were just talking about Wolf. How about the way they used him on that last play to keep B.J. Daniels in the pocket? They bring him outside and have him act as the guy to keep B.J. Daniels under control.
Daniels showing more consistency tonight than we've seen in recent weeks. Murray wrapped up. Brandon Mills, Dan Giordano on him.
And talk about confidence. He's been playing with it tonight. Scrambling, throwing the ball away around. Quarterback draw for the touchdown. Got him going, and then comes back with a big touchdown pass to Landy. You can just see him throwing with confidence all night long.
7 for 9, 81 yards. Had the touchdown. Came in with interceptions. Being the wrap, especially when he was moving. See if all that confidence can pay off here in the 3rd and long. Plenty of time. And connects with Bogan and has a first down. So Daniels started his night 1 for 3. He's now 7 for 7 since. A 17-yard gain there.
Well, good, safe passes. Crossing route. Bogan, the most experienced receiver, moving from right to left. Daniels found him perfectly in stride. Good, safe passes for him.
Fresh set of downs at the 24. Here goes BJ. Tries to cut back at about the 22.
Let's go back a couple plays. Can't really intimidate B.J. Daniels, but that doesn't mean folks don't try.
Dan Giordano. He's one of those self-made players,
yeah.
Giordano. Just a tough guy, a little undersized at the D end, but a tremendous hard worker. Now he's off on the sideline. Full house backfield here on 2nd and 3. Kelly and Jeff Hawkins, Plancher and Murray. And it is big Richard Kelly who gets the call. He batters his way down to about the 16. The 14 is the line to make.
You know, Tess, scouting South Florida, they were a big quarterback draw team. And we've only seen one quarterback draw tonight. That was for the touchdown. And that's one way that they've used B.J. Daniels to get him going, is to run that quarterback draw.
He's a dual threat guy. Now Kelly and Plancher and Murray straight across that backfield here on 3rd and 2. Murray tries to cut back, but just gets to the original line of scrimmage. They strung it out a bit on him.
Yeah. Not a big fan of going wide in situations like that, particularly when you have a running quarterback. And Skip Holtz wastes no time in deciding to go for the 3.
Maikon Banani, who missed last season after falling from a gondola working at Busch Gardens theme park. Over 30 feet, he took a drop, was injured. This from 33. 5 of 6 on the year for Banani. And he puts it through. So the Bulls up 7 here, finding some offense that has gotten away from them recently. Rod, I remember at the start of last football season, the two of us were sitting there in a hotel watching them lose to Boise. If I told you at that moment right after that game that Run Oregon would be on for another year and a half,
Yeah, go figure.
Nobody would believe it. Here's DJ Woods. Woods taken down from behind at the 24. Collaros. Binns. First down for Binns, and fighting for a little more as he is matched up with Skinny Raymond. That's a matchup we're watching closely tonight.
Well, that's as good as it gets, and that time Binns won that matchup. Raymond gave him an awful lot of room out there.
Yeah, a 6'4" star receiver against a 6'2", well-thought-of cornerback. 3rd and 20 now for Collaros. And they pick it up. Marcus Barnett, here he goes. They're going to mark him out at the 4-yard line. John Legiste and Kayvon Webster just whipped on Barnett, and he went speeding down for 69 yards.
Yeah, and he stepped out with that left foot when he wanted to start his dive. It's the left foot right there that was on the line.
A 3rd and 20 turns into now an instant scoring opportunity for Cincinnati.
See that left foot right there.
What a turnaround we had here just when we were talking about the struggles of Collaros in this first half. Barnett comes up with a big play. Pead. Twisted down by Sam Barrington.
Cincinnati has plenty of time, plenty of timeouts. No need to panic. They are comfortable with where they are. They can run the ball if they want. Collaros also down here is a threat to run.
2nd and goal. Off the hands. Armand Binns could have had another one.
Yeah, well, he got inside of Quentin Washington, the corner over there. And your job is not to let that receiver inside when you got no help. Well, Binns gets inside easily, and ball hit him in a bad place.
So now 3rd and goal. Collaros out of the gun. Pressure off the edge. It is batted, and it falls incomplete. Williams got his hand up and got to that ball.
Well, they brought pressure. They played single coverage across the board, and they brought as many people as they could. Collaros had to get rid of it, and Williams, with that great athletic ability, just got up and tipped that ball.
So Jake Rogers was a little sloppy on his last field goal made. This from 21. And from that right hash, he's able to put it through. 17-13. And now let's join Ryan Burr, Lou Holtz, and Mark May back in the studio for the Olive Garden halftime report. Gentlemen, take it away. Now there's the paddle wheel, the bell of Cincinnati. A look back at the city here. We welcome you back to ESPN's college football prime time. Bearcats have won 14 straight here at Nippert. Glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Rod Gilmore, but that 14 straight is now being challenged. This is not the same Cincinnati team we saw a week ago, nor is it the same South Florida team, though, Rod.
Not at all. Dramatically different. The offense has been kind of pulled in. But what about South Florida? South Florida's been amazing. You think about our Fidelity game track here. B.J. Daniels totally in control, playing confidently. That defense for South Florida shutting down this offense. Only 8 rushing yards allowed, couple of sacks. Isaiah Pead struggling in the first half to try to run the ball against this defense, really getting it done. Collaros had to rely on a couple of big plays, couple of missed tackles to get some yardage going. Only 12 of 24, way below the norm for him.
At Fidelity Investment Game Track, you saw the efforts from B.J. Daniels, 9 of 11 for 106 yards, the touchdown, and no interceptions, which of course is so important when you look at why they had struggled offensively in Big East play. The turnovers were getting the best of the Bulls. Coach Skip Holtz, his first year at USF. Jay Woods back for the Bonani kick. Woods from the 2. And Woods right through the middle of the would-be tacklers out towards the 33-yard line.
You know, Tess, we expected Armand Benz to be big for Cincinnati tonight, but take a look at what's happened. It's been Barnett who's been the big guy. DJ Woods back from that concussion last week, 3 catches, 58 yards. Benz not a lot in the way of yardage. Thrown to him only 8 times, 2 catches for 31 yards.
Had the 1 touchdown, but also could have had a second touchdown that he dropped. So instead, Barnett's been the featured guy as Pead is the back flanking Collaros. And Pead once again tracked down with ease as Craig Marshall and Jaqueen Williams were on top of Pead.
Yeah, nothing happening in the running game with Pead tonight. That was his 9th carry. I think he's probably under 30 yards now for the night. They're going to have to find a way to get him involved, make an adjustment, get him out on screen passes, throw him the ball or something, because it's not happening from the line of scrimmage running it.
Just 25 yards, came in averaging 109 a game. Number 1, the Big East at 8.8 a carry. With that front 7 of the Bulls doing well. Collaros looking for options. Oh, was that dangerous? Skinny Raymond almost had a pick 6. Wow.
Not on the same page. Collaros threw the out. His receiver ran a go.
And it almost went the other way.
Yeah, Benz is going to take off. He's going now. And there you see Raymond had nothing but pay dirt in front of him.
Playing solid tonight. Collaros looking for something and coming up with Binns. And Binns' ball came loose, but then it went out. It was resting right on the back of Williams' leg as he was covering Binns along with Quentin Washington.
Well, they have that route there all day long. What they do is just the inside receiver occupies the short zone coverage guy, keeps him inside, and so Benz just turns around and has the flat wide open to himself.
Collaros swings it out to Woods, and he cannot hold on to that ball.
I cannot get over the speed of this defense. Williams affected Woods on that play. He got out there so fast.
When Snyder made that comment to us yesterday, the fastest group of linebackers I've ever coached, I got to be honest with you. I paused for a moment. Hey, what did I say to him? I said, wait a minute. You were at Ohio State with a pretty good. He said the fastest group of linebackers.
Yeah, he said this group was right there with that A.J. Hawk group. A bunch of guys running 4.6, 4.5.
Collaros is looking for Woods streaking through the end zone. So that'll make for a 3rd and 10 for Butch Jones and the Bearcats.
Yeah, and the thing that's worked for them is the route to the outside. When they put 2 receivers on one side, they expect to get 3 deep coverage and a guy covering the flat, and they use the inside receiver to occupy the guy in the flat.
Collaros with time, and it is batted down. He was looking for Woods, but it was well defended by Sabbath Joseph. And at the end of that play, still there at the 10-yard line.
Now watch Joseph come in here in front with the left hand. Nice job.
You see they are feeling around the jaw area and the temple of DJ Woods. So Rogers comes in, Jake Rogers, this attempt from 44. He's got a big leg. And he puts it through to make it a 1-point game. And the squib kick is finally fielded at the 22. Let's check in with Ryan Burr. And here goes Mitchell. Loses the ball for a moment, backed up, and then taken down at the 34 by Giordano.
Well, Mitchell is a guy who moved over from the secondary, was a defensive back. He's part of the Misfit Toys wide receiving core and just loses that ball after he gets it. He's a fast guy, 10-5 in the 100 meters, but that one going to cost him about 5 or 6 yards in lost yardage.
That was the description that Skip Holtz gave to his receiving core. He said they're like the land of the Misfit Toys, just putting a group of them together. Daniels now downfield, and Bogan, Dontavia Bogan, inside the 5. Reuben Johnson had the coverage and finally got to Bogan. A 64-yard reception.
Call me misfit.
This ain't no Christmas special.
He's got single coverage out to the left against Joseph, and Bogan just beats him. Single coverage, got to the outside, got away from him, and a perfectly thrown ball by DJ Daniels.
Longest pass play of the season for South Florida. And straight up the middle goes Murray for the score. So quick strike offense from a team that for 2 games hardly had any offense.
Well, this goes back to the first quarter when DJ Daniels got some confidence. He completed a couple of screen passes. They ran the football very well. And then after he got that confidence, he had a big touchdown pass to Landy. Had the confidence to come right back with another big throw here in the third quarter.
Bonani with the extra point. Cincinnati closed the gap. USF responded, pushes it to an 8-point margin.
South Florida did not have a play over 20 yards last week against West Virginia. Skip Holtz has corrected a few things during the week. You know, he's actually been spending a lot of time at the office, sleeping in the office, trying to find a fix.
That's what it takes. There's Anthony McClung. McClung brings it out to the 25, who's taken down by Armando Sanchez. Collaros hits Binns, and then he falls down for about a 9.5-yard gain. We'll see where they mark it here.
Well, it looks like DJ Woods is back on the field.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, he looked like there was no way he was going to come back after that last shot.
I'll say this, though, and we had a lengthy discussion with Butch Jones yesterday about this hot button issue that's going on in sports, the shots to the head, the concussions. There is no way Jones is doing anything that comes close to compromising the health of DJ Woods. Collaros now. Binns was wide open. And Binns has first down yardage.
Nicely done. 2-receiver route over there. Faking the short throw to Woods. That pump fake pulls up the defense, and Binns is able to sneak behind and wait for that ball. Where you see the fake screen.
Here's Pead now. And Pead to the 35.
You know, Tess, the one thing we've seen in the running game that's been effective is the misdirection play, the counter, to counteract this speed on the South Florida defense. Not a lot of it. We haven't seen a lot of the counter, but when they've done it, they've had a chance to run the football.
Yeah, South Florida starts pursuing one way, and then Pead will take it back the other. And a holding call brought back that 23-yard run on a counterplay moments ago. Now a 2nd and 7 for Collaros and company. Here's Woods. DJ Woods, 2 yards short of that first down line to make. He's tackled by Mark Joyce, the safety who put that big hit on him a little earlier in this half.
This is the area in South Florida starts to bring pressure. They haven't been able to hit home with 4.
Pead goes diving for it and comes up short as Sabbath Joseph got to him. Terrence McClain undercut him.
I tell you, McClain is having a heck of a night.
He sure is.
97. See how much penetration he got in there, and he forced Pead to leap well before he wanted to.
Just got a piece of that leg, and then Joseph got the rest of him, and it makes for a 4th and 1 now, trailing by 8.
Single coverage up top if they want to take a shot at it.
That's Binns. Instead, it's Collaros. I don't think he got it. A wall of white met Zach Collaros. Jaquin Williams and Sabbath Joseph, and then the rest of them joined in. It is going to depend on where they place this ball, but the initial look is that he is short.
Yeah,
and that is the case.
And I want to tell you,
short.
David Bedford did a great job setting the edge out there and forcing Collaros to come back inside, and then got a lot of help from his guys. Right at the edge, right there, right here, 58. Bedford sets the edge and forces everything back inside so that his mates can come help him from the inside.
So they turn it over on downs. A little risk reward, and they don't get the reward. Daniels now to pass. And wide open. Horns cuts back to the middle. Farron Horns. Is he gone? Yes. Touchdown, Bulls. Missed tackle by Drew Fry, and Horns goes 70 yards. What a swing. Defense turns to offense. The stop on 4th down, and the big play from B.J. Daniels to Farron Horns. A 15-point margin now for USF.
Well, Chess, they're going to bite on the fake so badly. Here's Horns now. He's going to get out here, but watch what happens in the secondary. They completely lose what's going on here, and they get caught up right here. No one takes control. No one falls off in coverage. They jump on the fake to the outside, and Horns is down the field by himself and gets a great block from one of his teammates coming in late to free him up.
They have been waiting for a game like this to put away the frustrations of an 0-2 start in Big East play. Talked about the fact that this receiving core, he slapped them together because of graduation and injuries. He called them the land of the misfit toys. Well, those misfits coming up big. Skip Holtz. He's looking up at that scoreboard thinking, boy, do we need this if they can maintain this cushion here. So George Baker, Kayvon Webster now holding down the corner spots with Raymond out. Collaros
He's going to run it himself, and Collaros has first down yardage crossing midfield before Williams finally is able to stop him. You see Raymond over there as the trainers are quick to get to their star corner.
He's had a heck of a night. Pickup, 3 breakups, 7 tackles.
Had that one interception where he went over the top of Woods. Could have had a pick 6 as well.
What are you saying?
And Collaros is taken down by Sabbath Joseph.
Well, it was a 3-step drop, supposed to be a quick pass, and the ball has to come out. He held it and kept waiting. On a 3-step, it's got to come out. 1, 2, 3, he's looking, trying to hold it. Can't do it.
Senior linebacker able to get to Collaros, so it makes for a 2nd and 16. And that'll end the 3rd. A quarter that saw the Bulls offense start to click. Big 70-yard touchdown pass has them up 31-16. There's the offensive line for USF. They have paved the way to let their offense get on the board with a 31-16 lead. Collaros now for Cincinnati. He's got a block in front. And Collaros still on his feet as he is able to pick up a first down on what was a 2nd and 17. You see the center, Jason Kelsey, out there in front, Rod.
Nice job by Kelsey. One of the leaders up front. Intense guy. How about Collaros? He doesn't go down. He is one of those quarterbacks. He's from Steubenville. Can't go down.
Tough guy, hard-nosed player. Had a 75-yard touchdown run last year against USF. He's going to take a shot here. And that is incomplete, as it was well defended by George Baker. He was looking to try to take another shot. Our game summary. Now, B.J. Daniels, 11 of 14. He has struggled with turnovers this year, but tonight, a couple of touchdown passes. Collaros, 41 attempts, 354 yards. They've got Barnett at 121 yards, Binns 116, DJ Woods at 99. They could have 3 receivers over 100 yards.
Yeah, big plays out of a couple of them.
Here's Woods.
What a tackle. Quentin Washington coming up from his cornerback spot, and that's what you want to do. You want to make sure if the ball is thrown short, there's no yardage after the catch.
Now, 3 receivers now over 100 yards, as we had detailed. 3rd and 7. Pead and Goebel flanking Collaros in the gun. Chase down, just tries to get rid of it. A penalty marker comes in as it was incomplete. Giddens was pressuring Collaros and started to wrap him up.
Number 23, the receiver, was eligible and in the vicinity. However, the pass was first touched by number 6 in the offense. This is illegal touching. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So it is just a 5-yard penalty. And now they are indeed reversing what McDade had said, and they are saying that it is 4th down, that the loss of down does apply. So it is indeed a loss of down on illegal touching. And they're going for it on 4th and 6. Here comes pressure. Collaros chased, throws it up for grabs. And it is caught. Marcus Barnett. How about that? Patrick Hampton was coming after Collaros. He said, hey, 4th down, trailing by 15. Let's try to buy that lottery ticket. And Barnett cashed it.
Well, Collaros made this play with his feet.
And
Rogers puts it through. We have a one-possession game, an 8-point lead for South Florida. This is going to be an interesting finish, isn't it, when stuff like that is happening? Stay with us to see how it plays out. See what DeMarco Murray does tomorrow in that game. There's Richard Kelly. As the big fullback takes it out to the 42. 20th in the BCS standings. Here is Demetrius Murray, and South Florida is trying to be the first to beat Cincinnati since October of 2008 in conference play. Up 8 right now here in the 4th.
Speaking of West Virginia, we will see them next week against Connecticut. See what they have to offer in this Big East race.
Connecticut is at Louisville tomorrow on ESPNU. B.J. Daniels going to tuck it, and he picks up the first down and a little more to the 45. So all of a sudden, just like that, we had the big play for Cincinnati to close the gap, and South Florida is already in Cincinnati territory.
Yeah, well, quarterbacks who can make things happen with their feet. B.J. Daniels just showed you what he can do. We saw Zach Collaros do it just a little while ago with that touchdown pass.
Daniels to pass on first down, and he gets it complete to Evan Landy. So some of the streaks that are on the line here for Cincinnati.
Quite a few.
Big East 13 games against South Florida. They have won 4 straight, and here at Nippert they have won 14. Now they did lose a home game to Oklahoma, but that was at Paul Brown Stadium downtown. Here in this tight squeeze on campus facility where the ring of red has come out tonight, they have won 14 straight. Murray, he is wrapped up right away by John Hughes. Hughes has been playing through some injuries. Where's that number 40, Rod? He's a former tight end that grew into 303 pounds.
Well, it takes a few meals to do that. He used to be an AAU basketball player. He ate his way to the defensive tackle spot.
Now they could use a stop here, this Cincy defense. 3rd and 6. Daniels, first down. Murray out of the backfield, still going inside the 10, inside the 5. And he is marked down at about the 3-yard line. What a big play by B.J. Daniels.
Absolutely. He made this play with his feet. It was the threat of the run that brought the coverage up. Once he pulls everybody up, it's easy to drop the ball over to Murray. That's B.J. Daniels making that play with his feet.
On a critical 3rd down, they pick up 39 yards. Full house backfield, Murray. He's going to be marked just short of that goal line. What a response by USF to come right down the field after that big play by Cincy's offense.
Well, you see the first half to the second half with what Daniels has done. He's been pretty consistent all evening. And on this drive, he's made 2 big plays with his feet. And that's how they've come back and answered so quickly, or they're about to answer.
And no turnovers. Remember, he came in with 10 picks. Here's your 3rd and goal for B.J. Daniels and USF. He's going to keep it himself. Can he get to the edge? Yes! B.J. Daniels. He adds to his big night. And USF
8-play drive capped by B.J. Daniels. USF has had touchdowns on their last 3 possessions. They're trying to coast home for a big win. Up by 15. These Cincinnati fans are feeling like things have been a little haunted here as B.J. Daniels has broken loose after what has been a frustrating offensive season. Butch Jones watching Daniels tear up his defense for a couple touchdowns rushing, a couple passing. 13 of 16 passing for Daniels without throwing an interception. He came in with 10. Where would you have ever come up with USF scoring 38 at this juncture of this game when they went 2 straight games without an offensive touchdown? They came in winless in early Big East play without an offensive touchdown, and now they explode on Cincinnati. You know, Oklahoma came here and played Cincinnati, and Rod, they only came out of here with a 31-29 win, a 2-point margin. Right now, USF up 15. That game was at Paul Brown Stadium. This at Nippert, where Cincinnati has won 14 straight. And DJ Woods trying to help make a comeback here inside the 30.
And they're moving the launch point, getting Collaros outside of the pocket. Better for him to see and to get him away from the pressure that he's been under.
2 years they've gone without dropping a conference game. Of course, back-to-back BCS bowls for the Bearcats. Collaros and Barnett. Barnett has had a huge night as they've been trying to keep pace with all this Bulls scoring, and the receivers have benefited.
Now, Tess, you know, they've gone hurry-up offense, and if you go out of bounds now, you're not within the stopping the clock permanently, only temporarily until you get back to the field.
Empty backfield for Collaros, little pump, and then over the middle to Gooduli, his tight end. Sam Barrington was quick to collapse on Ben Gooduli.
And this hurry-up offense isn't all that different from the normal pace that Cincinnati uses.
Exactly. So 3rd and 8 now for Collaros and the Bearcats. Pressured, spins out of it, launches it downfield and off the fingertips of Marcus Barnett. Barnett gave a good effort to turn around and reach up for it, but instead it'll be a 4th and 8.
How about Collaros being able to spin out of the pressure and keep the play alive? This is the second play. The first play didn't work, and then Collaros kept himself alive, spun out of the pocket, and had a shot at another play. Might need that again here on 4th down.
4th and 8 for Cincinnati coming off that timeout. Collaros has to step, and now he's got to run for it, and he gets it. Ball comes out. Still on the ground being fought for. He had the first down, but then Sam Barrington caused the fumble.
Marcus Barnett came up with it.
Now, he's been everywhere tonight, hasn't he?
Wow.
The ruling on the field is that the ball was fumbled by the runner on 4th down at the 15-yard line. It was subsequently recovered by Cincinnati, but will be returned to the spot of the fumble. 1st down.
Zach Collaros being the runner on 4th down.
Yeah, you can't,
only he can get that.
Can't advance that ball. Remember the old Dave Casper play?
Yeah, of course.
Where the Raiders fumbled the ball forward, kept fumbling it forward until they got a touchdown against San Diego. Well, that rule has been in for a while to address that situation.
And because it was recovered forward of the spot of the fumble, they had to come in and deal with that. Up high and Binns, touchdown. Armand Binns made it dramatic, didn't he?
Wow. Collaros found the single coverage, and watch Binns go up. Highest point. That is a great job. Comes back down with the ball. Now the question is, possession. You have to come back down to the ground with the ball.
Rogers makes it a one-possession game again.
Now, when he hits the ground, that ball pops out, but he catches it, and it never hits the ground, so he never loses possession. Leaves his feet, got to come back with the ball. Now that he goes down, he's got to hang on to it. Now, that's not possession. Now there's possession right there.
That is amazing.
That's the possession.
And how about the ball boy who was running alongside with him, already celebrating the touchdown and watching as Binns had to go through that whole juggling act to haul it in. Hey, Rod, we got an 8-point game with 5:35 to go here after that.
There's your ball boy right there jumping up, encouraging. He's closer than anybody.
Rogers kick deep as everybody was up just in case, and Lamar fields it at the 1. Cuts back now and almost breaks free, but a good return by Lindsey Lamar. And now what's critical to Butch Jones is to see his defense play up here against USF. Looking to bring some pressure. They blitz into that run and it works out. A tackle for loss. Drew Fry just came in and blew that play up.
Well, they saw it early, brought the run blitz inside, anticipating the inside run. Here it comes. You see them right in front of you. Schaefer 37, Fry 26, both coming inside to take care of any run inside, and runs right into him.
So that clock goes under 5 minutes, but USF backed up. Butch Jones in the ring of red, fired up, looking for a defensive stand here. Daniels. And he gets ahead. Out to the 28. Malik Bomar wrapped him up, but it'll set up a big 3rd and 7.
This Cincinnati defense is a young defense, and young defenses tend not to be great at taking the ball away. They haven't done it well. They're 117th in the country with only 5 takeaways. But they don't need that here. They just need to focus on playing their responsibilities and getting a stop.
Coach Jones talks about fist-up defense as in a ref signal for 4th down. Wants the fans to join in and raise those fists. That's what they need here. Option. Horns wrapped up. Bomar and Richardson, and that ring of red has hope.
That is a young defense. 8 sophomores. Only a couple of seniors out there, and they rose to the occasion.
The youngest defense among the BCS schools. And DJ Woods secures it. 3:25 to go. The comeback punt for Cincinnati. Remember, Cincinnati has won 14 straight games here at Nippert. They've won their last 4 against USF, and they've won 13 straight games, covering 2 years back to October of 2008 as back-to-back Big East champs. On the other side, Rod, how could you have ever figured the Bulls would come out and score 38 tonight when they went 2 straight games without an offensive touchdown and were 0 for 2 in Big East play to start their year?
Yeah, B.J. Daniels made the difference with the offense, as Collaros is making for his team in the second half.
And now Chaz Anderson is in here at quarterback. And he overthrows Barnett.
Wow.
Zach Collaros not in the game right now at this critical juncture. As you look over there to the sideline, the helmet is not next to him.
Wow.
So Chaz Anderson, the junior quarterback, will have to take it home from here. And he is sacked. Sabbath Joseph gets to Anderson.
Well, it is a tough situation for Chaz Anderson. You've been on the sideline for more than 3 hours, cold, and you have to come in and lead your team to perhaps a tying touchdown. Totally unprepared, but this young man played very well a couple years ago in a starting role against Marshall and Rutgers and got a couple wins for his team.
Well, the trainers were tending to Collaros when he came off the field last time. And now Pead unable to get the first down. Did he stay on his feet? That's going to be close depending on the mark. I cannot believe that Pead was able to maintain his balance there, but somehow, some way he did. An amazing feat of athleticism by Isaiah Pead. Watch this, Ron.
He's a gymnast. Look at that. Now,
how in the world did he pull that off?
The only question was that right knee down? Left hand, elbow, does not touch down with the knee.
Stunning acrobatics by Pead. Anderson. And he's able to get it to Barnett.
Well, that play by Pead might be the thing that helps Anderson.
A couple years ago, Tony Pike was injured and Anderson beat Marshall and Rutgers. Tonight, he's got to try to pull off this comeback with Collaros on the sideline. Being pressured. Binns. And Binns has it to the 44. We have gotten word from the Cincinnati staff that Collaros is being evaluated by the trainers. They have taken his helmet away, as you can see. A leg injury is what we were told. Bottom line is, it's up to Chaz Anderson. And he just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Rod, that clock will count down. This was the scene when Collaros came off the field the last time. You can see him favoring that limp to the right. So now the junior Chaz Anderson. 2nd and 15 after the penalty. And he connects with Binns. And Binns looking to make a move. And he stays in bounds at the 35. So a timeout for Cincinnati. This is a high-pressured situation for Anderson to just step in cold like this, but the playmakers on the perimeter for Cincinnati, they do have the wide receivers that can beat you downfield in the vertical passing.
He's got choices. He's got Binns out there who we've seen go up and make plays down the field in the end zone. He's got Barnett, who's had a tremendous night, and also DJ Woods, who's run some underneath routes and continue to get yards after the catch. So he's not without people who can help him get this done. It's not all on him. He just has to get the ball to his playmakers.
And as we've seen with Armand Binns, the 6'4" downfield target, as we look at Zach Collaros being tended to, you can just put the ball up and see what happens with this group. 3rd and 2 now. They bring pressure. Anderson downfield. Flag comes in. Quentin Washington's going to get called against Armand Binns.
Pass interference. Number 2, defense. Penalty's 15 yards with automatic first down.
Half a minute to go. 15 yards and a first down.
Yeah, it's a right call. Washington never turns around, never looks for the ball, and starts pushing the receiver, clearly impeding him. It's a right call, but probably the right thing for him to do when he was going to get beat. There's Collaros on the sideline, not able to help, but he saw that one right away.
400+ yards and now a cheerleader. Anderson sprints out, looking for options. He's going to run it and gets out. 23 seconds remain.
Now you've got time. You've got a timeout, and you have 23 seconds. Plenty of time here. You can actually get Anderson out of the pocket again. You can run the ball. You can do a number of things here. You've got time.
Sports Center will be coming your way in moments. First, this dramatic finish here in Cincinnati. They bring pressure again. They pick it up. And that is incomplete. They say that Mark Joyce trapped it against the ground.
Yeah, Anderson thought he had the post wide open trying to go to Benz. Did not realize that a safety was sitting there waiting. He tried to go to Benz on the post, but Joyce was sitting there playing center field waiting, but did not come up with it.
So 18 seconds left and a 3rd and 5. They do have that one timeout. Anderson. Oh, Woods could not hold on to that. He was in stride, past the first down marker, and potentially going to run his way right into the end zone. So instead, a 4th down comes up.
Yeah, South Florida has decided that Benz will not beat them. They've put their best cover guy over there and rolled their coverage that way. Collaros sees it and sees a great pass to Woods that Woods could not hang on to.
So 4th and 5.
You got a timeout. You can use a timeout. If you don't like the play, you can use a timeout.
Gives them options to over the middle. Anderson sprinting to the near side now. Tries to cut back. Desperation heave. And USF's defense gets to Anderson. Williams was after him. Anderson came in cold, subbing for an injured Collaros, took it right to the limit, and then comes up short.
Well, South Florida went with a 2 deep, 5 underneath coverage. They loaded coverage everywhere and forced Anderson to find the right guy. Couldn't do it and got pressure, and Williams was there to make the sack. And they had the one timeout if they wanted to talk about it.
And Williams did a good job of staying with Anderson. And now that victory formation for USF. Boy, is it come at a good time for them. They were struggling here. The offense couldn't click. Tonight, 38 points, and the streaks for Cincinnati come to an end. Their first Big East loss since October 25th, 2008. 14 straight games here at Nippert. That streak comes to an end. South Florida does it. 38-30. A wild finish, and their defense, after all the offense, comes up big. Coming up next, it is Sports Center. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Rod Gilmore and our entire crew, I'm Joe Tessitore. Enjoy the rest of your night, including Sports Center, right now.